Now, following President Trump's success in the hostage release deal and ceasefire, one woman is now formally asking Trump be nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. In a letter to the Norwegian Nobel Committee, American-Israeli law professor Anat Alon-Beck writes, quote, "What distinguishes President Trump is his ability to achieve meaningful results through decisive leadership. Under his guidance, a historic ceasefire was brokered, leading to the safe return of hostages who faced an uncertain and perilous fate." Quite the letter that you sent there. So to discuss more about this nomination, we are joined now by Anat Alon-Beck, a professor at Case Western Reserve University School of Law, joining us from Ohio. Anat, thank you so much for being with us on The Rundown today.
Thank you for having me. It's a huge honor.
Well, let's start with just the reason that you felt compelled to nominate President Trump right now, especially as we are still in the midst of this hostage release deal and ceasefire. Why not perhaps even wait a little bit longer to make sure that all of the hostages are released?
Thank you so much for asking. It's such an important question. And others have asked me as well, including hostage families. The reason I nominated the president, because you have to remember this process takes a long time. On the 31st was the deadline. I submitted the nomination just the day before the deadline, thinking that President Trump should receive it if within a few months they're going to declare, they're going to see whether this has happened or not. And so this will give us a few months to see whether it will happen. And it's very challenging. And, you know, it's so heartwarming for me to see that even before he became president, President Trump promised that he's going to release the hostages, all the hostages. He's taking incredible steps and measures, and he sent people to do this. This is amazing. And I honestly believe that if he manages to do this, I know how challenging this is, then he deserves the Nobel Peace Prize, because he's done something that no other person has been able to do. We have so many held hostage. Think just about the sheer numbers. And so this is something very, very difficult. But I do think that President Trump is the one that if anybody can do this, he can do this. And so I think he will actually provide an incentive to do it before they nominate who's going to win. The committee is now evaluating the nominations.
Now, Anat, some people had also argued in the past that Trump deserved a Nobel just for his process with the Abraham Accords. And so did that also play into it all, your process in nominating Trump for this Nobel Peace Prize right now, based on his past history here in the Middle East?
Absolutely, because I was surprised this year, to my knowledge, that nobody did it this year. I know that last year, a representative tried to nominate him and he didn't get the award. And I felt that if anybody should be getting an award, it's President Trump. Look at what he's trying to do now and normalize also the relationship with Saudi Arabia. So if this happens, he definitely deserves an award, because he's going to be bringing peace to an area that is so challenging. Think about the Middle East. He's going to create a new Middle East, a new world order. And he's going to do it in peaceful ways. And that is why he deserves the Peace Award. He deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. That's exactly what he's doing. That's why we have this prize. By the way, I'm a law professor, and so I was able to select people to be nominated. I was discussing it with friends. I teach law and economics, and we were thinking, who are we going to nominate this year? And I said, I have to nominate President Trump by when? And I checked, and to my knowledge, nobody did it this year, and I felt like he really deserves it. Also, for his fight against anti-Semitism. He's done incredible things for us, for Jews in Israel and around the world and in the US, and for that, he deserves the prize. And so if people from the nominating committee can hear me as well, I implore you to seriously award this prize, especially if President Trump will be able to release all the hostages. He will deserve it 100%.
Well, we will certainly be following up on the process of that nomination. Anat Alon-Beck, thank you for joining us and discussing your perspective in formally submitting this nomination in the first place. Thank you.
Thank you.